I always thought that growing old was about getting gray hair and wrinkly skin, and that'll happen. But age isn't just a number, as some people will try to tell you. My name is Jay Martinoff, and this is what I learned after turning 47. First, sleep became so important. Now I'm in bed by 9:30 reading a book, trying to wind down, where probably a couple of years ago you would find me watching videos till 11, 12 at night and going out. If I don't have enough sleep, I feel like I'm having a mild hangover the next day. It's hard to concentrate and focus on analytical tasks. Gym workouts are a bit of a drag, and life is sort of a little bit dull. Because of that, I prioritize sleep among anything else. I use some sleeping aids like a sleeping mask or take magnesium or L-theanine to help me to wind down and make sure that light doesn't awake me. The other thing is that drinking is no longer a fun thing. About 9 months ago, I did a little experiment and went off alcohol for about 100 days. And I found that was really good experience. I had more energy, my sleep improved massively. And one thing I used to have is this 3 to 4 days bouts of low mood, low energy, just sort of like life goes on up until Tuesday, Wednesday without much warmth. After quitting drinking, that all went away. My mood improved as well. I never had these massive mood swings, but even with that, I still had these days when I felt a little bit down. Without alcohol, everything became sort of even. And I also find it a bit silly that you have to pay for something that makes you sick. It just made no sense at all. So I continue with my experiment and now stop drinking completely. I find it's a bit interesting that I need to choose different places to go out now. I don't go to pubs or nightclubs. And when I hang out with friends, I'm happy to sip on a non-alcoholic beer or having a soda water. But it also changed my relationship with people. Before, I would always associate alcohol with having a good time. And now I'm enjoying having conversations with people and do interesting things. And strangely, I also spend more time outside, just walking or doing things. So I work in the IT industry, and caffeine has got this revered status. People love Red Bulls and caffeinated lollies. I used to drink Monsters and Red Bulls like everybody else, but now I'm sensitive to caffeine to a point where if I have a coffee in the afternoon, I won't be able to sleep till 2 or 3 in the morning, counting sheep, trying to read, and none of it would help. I still enjoy my morning coffees, and long black is still my go-to morning drink, but I try to drink coffee within 2 to 3 hours of waking up, and in the afternoon I wouldn't have anything stronger than a green tea. My gym workouts had to change as well. Before it was about getting big and ripped. Now it's more about retaining what you have. It's almost like your body is saying, hey, do you still need this? Do you still need this? And it's an uphill battle. It became a bit of a challenge. It's almost like if I don't exercise a particular group of muscle, it loses strength much faster than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. I also discovered that most of the workouts on the internet are targeting younger people. And if I try to follow those, two things usually happen. First, I get injured, and the second, I get overtrained and cannot go to the gym the next day. I had to change my routines to focus only on one large muscle group in a particular day, and also using low weight and more reps. That seemed to do the trick. I also had to change my approach with losing fat or changing body composition. In the past, I would do intermittent fasting, skip a meal here and there, maybe cut down on sugars and alcohol, and that would work for me really well. But now I need to add a lot of cardio, but also watch what I eat and how much of it I eat. I wear contact lenses, and recently I noticed that I couldn't read small prints when I was cooking in the kitchen or reading labels at the room light. And I found it interesting how my parents, when they read something, they put stuff away to read or put the glasses down a little bit. So I went to see my optometrist, and basically they prescribed me another set of glasses that I have to wear on top of my lenses to see things clearly. I found it a bit funny. These glasses seem to look good, but I'm still getting used to them. My perception of time has changed as well. If you heard someone saying, I can't believe it's the end of a year and I remember January just was yesterday, that's exactly what's happening now. And in a way, it's kind of like a superpower. Let's say if you stand in a long queue or you're in a meeting that you don't want to be in, time flies really fast. But at the same time, I really need to pay attention because it's still 8 hours in a day. And while it flies, I need to continue doing things and be productive. It was previously believed that a physical state degraded over time as we age, but recently the scientists found out that there are two major shifts happen at the age of 44 and 60. And they don't know exactly what it is, but they think that it's something to do with our ability to digest lipids, caffeine, and alcohol. I can definitely attest to that because it was kind of gradually declining, but I still felt fine up until maybe 42, 43. And then suddenly it's like someone just flipped the switch and everything that I'm describing to you now started happening with a rapid pace. All these may seem like a bit of a downer, but in reality, we humans adapt to things really well. It all became about optimizing my daily routines, what I eat, prioritizing my sleep, and pretty much life goes back to normal. My first car was a Toyota Corolla, and with those you just put some petrol in, replace oil and tires every now and then, and it just go. It's practically unkillable. So I was like that Toyota Corolla when I was in my 20s. And now I'm a slightly vintage European car. It needs more care, special spare parts, but it's a lot of fun to drive. With all these changes, I became more content with who I am. I'm more aware of what I like and dislike, and it became really easy to socialize and communicate with people because of that. Also, probably because of understanding of our mortality, small things don't bother me that much anymore. And strangely enough, there are small things I actually really enjoy, like simple things. Going out and looking at the ducks in the pond next door, or looking at the beautiful evening sky give me joy. There's some beauty in those simple things and even pace of life that I'm experiencing right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and come back for more, and I'll see you in the next one.